Rage 2. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Rage 2 brings together two studio powerhouses, Avalanche Studios, masters of open world insanity, and id Software, creators of the first-person shooter, to deliver a carnival of carnage where you go anywhere, shoot anything, and explode everything. Before I go into the actual gameplay, guys, let's just talk about the graphics, the sound, and how well it ran. I was running this on Ultra on a 2080. No frame drops that I noticed at all. It ran really well, but I was only running it in 1080p because that's what I recorded in for YouTube. I had no problems whatsoever. Absolutely ran really well. The graphics look good as well. I think it looks fantastic, especially the fire effects and the explosions. Absolutely top draw, no problems whatsoever with any of that. There's also quite a few graphic settings in there as well, so if you do find that it's lagging a little bit for you, you can turn things down. There's quite a lot you can change in the actual settings of this game, which is nice, and all the keys bind as well, which is nice. So no real problems at all in the settings area. The sound, the music's alright, it's nothing to write home about, but I'll tell you what is, the sound effects. They are absolutely sublime in this game, especially the combat sound effects. This is the kind of sound bites that you get as a player when you're shooting things. You know when you're hitting armor, you know when you're hitting flesh, you know when you've just burst a head. It's absolutely fantastic. The weapons sound meaty as well. The explosions sound awesome. It's fantastic. In fact, hey, do you know what? It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect, the sound in this game for the actual combat. Absolutely brilliant. Unfortunately though, guys, this didn't really feel like a Rage 2, a sequel to Rage 1. I just reviewed Rage 1 last week, and I know that's linear and this is open world, so you're going to have a big disparity there, but it still didn't feel like a sequel. It just... the story's shite, so it has that in common with Rage 1, I guess. The characters are forgettable, so it has that in common with Rage 1. In fact, there's a few characters from Rage 1 in Rage 2, and I can't even remember any of the names. I just know that a couple of them were female. There's the arch-villain, he's from Rage 1, and there's the mad doctor with that cute little thing with the red eyes on his shoulder. He's in it as well. Cadvat, I don't know what the hell he's called. But, yeah, it's because they're so fucking boring in this that it didn't really do anything for me. I found that all the characters, the new characters, are just so extreme in this. Everybody's cracking jokes. The dialogue's just fucking awful. You've got a guy who I'm quite sure they were trying to portray as Donald fucking Trump. It was just sad to see all this shite in this game. It really was. It was just people just being disgusting, just walking around crawling around the floor with a tail stuck up. It looked like he had a squirrel's tail stuck up his arse, this guy. It was just depraved, kind of shitty people that you just... ugh. The whole attitude of everybody in the game's pretty much shit. The jokes are shit. There's just nothing there. It's just ugh, crap. Absolute crud. The map, pretty big map that you've got here, and it's pretty fucking boring and bland as well. In fact, driving around the map is hideous because the cars are awful to drive. Every one of them understeers like f***. It's ridiculous just trying to go around a corner. You literally have to handbrake at any sharp corner and then power using the boost just to keep your car going at speed when you've done the handbrake turn. It's awful. And do you know what? There's no real upgrades that fix it either. It's just a broken fucking driving in this game. Awful compared to Mad Max. Like really awful compared to Mad Max, and even Rage 1 was 10 times better. I don't know how they can f*** it up, because Rage 1 had pretty decent driving with the keyboard and mouse. And you know what? It's not even much better with a controller, the driving in this game. That's just... So, you know, for a £40 game, we're not off to a good start, are we? It gets worse, guys, because the UI is the UI from hell. I'm not kidding you. If you hired a company and said to them, hey, here's your brief, make the worst UI you can imagine and make the worst, most complicated currency system for a game you can imagine. Well, here it is. Welcome to Rage 2. It's a clusterfuck fuck of actual menus, hidden menus in menus in menus. None of it makes any sense at all. You've got so many different currencies to upgrade, so many different things. It's just an absolute mess and will take you a while to just suss it all out. I'm not even going to try and explain it, but it took me about 5 hours into the game before I totally understood every aspect of it. It's that fucking hideous. So what do you actually do then? Well, you've got to kill the boss guy. You have to do that. You have to unite the factions in this game. There's 3 of them, and you do that by doing quests for them. Not so much quests as in quests, go here, do that. Although there are quests in this game, just not that many. It's more centered around things you do on the world in the map, like take down strongholds, take down areas, collect certain stuff, find the arcs and stuff, which I'll come to in a second, because each faction has a set of things that they'd like you to do for them, and as you do that, you will collect all the resources that you need to upgrade everything, and you will also gain XP with that faction, and they will then in turn start giving you quests, and that's how you get through the game. That's how your progress is all earned in this game. Now, scattered around the map, there's events going off, there's enemies driving around the place, there's convoys like in Mad Max that you can take down, there's races like you can in Mad Max and in Rage 1, there's big monsters as well that you can find, but more importantly there are arcs. These are the things that you came out of in Rage 1 when you came down from the sky, and these arcs are crucial to the game because in the arcs are weapon upgrades, weapons, and more importantly nanotrite abilities. Now you need these. In fact, if you do buy this game, this is what you should be doing first, looking for the arcs, because these are going to give you your powers. Let's go through the powers that you get. It all comes courtesy of this ranger suit that you get very early on in the game. You get dash, which basically allows you to dash in any direction very quickly, so you use this to avoid weapon fire rockets and stuff like that. You've got a slam where you can jump off buildings or jump up in the air, then slam down and knock everybody flying. You've got shatter. It's basically Fusroda, or basically force push. Absolutely fucking amazing. You got Vortex, which is a little tornado you create, sends people flying up in the air, or you can jump in yourself and send you up in the air. You've got Barrier, which creates a static barrier around yourself. Don't bother, you don't want to be standing still in this game, trust me. And you've got Overdrive. Overdrive is basically you see red. You just go on a shredding spree with your weapons. Absolutely fantastic. Doesn't last long, but it recharges your health, gives you a bit more damage, and you can just take out shit tons of enemies with this fantastic ability. Now your guns themselves pretty much all have an alt fire mode, which is very, very handy. For example, your shotgun has normal buckshot, bam, but alt fire knocks enemies back, so you can knock them off ledges and things like that. Your rocket launcher has a normal rocket fire, but then it has these homing rockets, like a cluster of rockets that fire. And every other weapon has different abilities like that as well, but nothing amazing, but the shotgun is the best. Absolutely, it's a fantastic weapon. And you know, as much as this game is £40, and as much as there's so much wrong with this game, I absolutely love it, and I'm gonna thumb it up because I've never had this much fun in a game, combat wise, probably since Jedi Academy and things like that. The combat is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I mean, trust me, it's fantastic. Easily the best combat I've had in a game for years. I mean, years, a lot of years, guys. It reminded me of Doom, but it's better. It's better than Doom. If you like Doom 2016, you'll like this because the combat is just insane. You can double jump in midair, and you can buff all these to get better, so you can jump higher and further. You can aim while you're jumping, you can slam down, knock everybody flying, then you can just start blasting them away with rapid fire on your shotgun if you've unlocked that. You can upgrade the magazine to 12 rounds, you can reload fast anyway, you can just dash out of the way, dash behind people, shoot them in the back. You've got all these powers, and if you're then running out of all that and they're still coming at you, and they will, you can do your force push, knock them flying, knock all the armor off them. It's just insane. If you want, you can then make a little vortex and send them up in the air. I don't really use the nanotrite abilities much, other than slam and shatter and dash. I didn't really get vortex till late on in the game, and I didn't think it was that much fun anyway. I'm more on the ground, kind of just absolutely rushing around with a shotgun. I can't see people with controllers. If you use controller, I don't think you're going to like this game. But if you're a mouse and keyboard player and you're pretty average at it, you will absolutely lap this up. You will love it. I guarantee you will be absolutely in your element if you like first-person shooters with a mouse and keyboard. Once you get a few hours into the game and you get your abilities, you get a few decent weapons, and you do all of this by getting to them arcs early on, you will have an absolute field day. You will be looking for more and more enemies. You'll come across a stronghold and you'll be like, yes, another 40 people to absolutely shred and have fun with. And then you just charge around. Yeah, there's crates that you need to open to get currency and all that, but you won't give a you will just be out for fucking blood. You will. The more people you see, the better. You see 5 people coming towards you, you'll be like, oh, I wish there was fucking 10. If you see 10, oh, I wish there was fucking 20 of the come on, you bastards. And then you'll just charge into. You feel so bloody awesome when you're playing this game. You feel so powerful. It's just insane feeling. It's such a rush when you've just wiped out a base. I mean, can I just say as well, difficulty-wise, it's easy on easiest, like normal and all that. If you're playing it on normal, I mean, I played it on normal most of the way through the game, and I found it easy. You need to put it on hard. I put it on hard. This is I'm going to show you it on hard here. This is a level 9 base. Each base is ranked from 1 to 10, 10 being tough. This is on hard on a level 9 base. Really, really tough. And I still make mincemeat of them all, but that's because I'm super powered. You know, I've got really good upgrades, but it's so much damn fun. I'm probably going to play the whole thing again and do it differently. And this is the thing, what I've done here, my game, if you watch any other reviewer, and I have finished the game, you'll probably find their experience was completely different to mine, because it depends what you have unlocked. I'm going to show you the map in a sec, which is my end game finished game map, and there's still a load of stuff that I haven't done. So to sum this up, guys, what I'm going to say is this, and this is very important. If you're looking for a good story, if you're looking for some good open world combat in a car, if you're looking to get invested in some characters and stuff like that and have a nice pleasant little romp around, forget it. You ain't gonna get any of that in Rage 2, in my opinion. However, if you're looking to be the baddest ass in the wasteland, so bad that you even scare your fucking self, get it, because it's worth £40 just for the fucking combat, guys. It's insane.
When man has been wiped out, we, the Authority, shall repopulate the world with beings worthy of the name Homo sapiens. Manage to come, I will welcome the opportunity to slay you myself.